what Billy said was that a lot of these guys were, they would work, oh geez, long, hard hours in the coal mines and everything. And their fun was to go to the gym and beat the shit out of each other after, and then go home and, and he just, it's kind of like what I was saying is how you do one thing is how you do everything. Back in those days, there was no distractions. There wasn't social media. There wasn't like these guys were all coal miners and these workers, but there was nothing else to do except for to wrestle, like on their free time. And when they would eat, if they would have Billy would say like a fried egg and maybe a little bit of bacon. If they were lucky, it was fish and chips. And they would go and the mats were really from what he described was kind of like cement with hay and then like a canvas on top and some sort of like a carpet, like the carpet pad as the mat. And he said that they got so good because you really did not want to be slammed on that. So you got really good at your defense and everything, because you take one of those, you land even good on one of those on the mat there, you're going to be hurt. So, and a lot of these guys, I wish I could have met, like Billy Joyce. I don't know if
I've heard the name now.
He referred to him as like the creme de la creme of wrestling. Right. And just one of those guys that Billy said was, you would just see him on the street and he looked like an average bloke, as the English refer to him. Just very skinny, very long arms. He had the cauliflower ears a bit, but Billy said that he could place a dime, like the coin, on his toe, and he would bend over without bending his legs and pick it up with his teeth. Wow. And he was double, and but just from all that coal mining work and grabbing, their grip strength was just phenomenal. So he said that Billy Joyce, he would just move as much as you would move. Like he had everything down to a science, basically. Like I grab your wrist and then you'd move it back, and he would just do it, follow that speed. And you would think that you have him beat with something because he's double jointed. And right when you're going to crank, he would just reverse it on you. Like Billy just said. And he said he was just a very nice man, very quiet, and but just nobody could beat him. He said that he was
interesting. So Billy Joyce was the guy. Billy Joyce was the one guy that Billy Robinson looked up to as the big shooter.
Yeah, and actually, Carl Gotch supposedly, apparently did too, like behind closed doors. And Billy
was Carl and Billy around the same time there?
Yeah. So Carl was a bit older than Billy, but Billy Robinson, he just said that Carl Gotch had the he didn't really want to give compliments to people publicly, I guess. But he said that behind closed doors, he touted Billy Joyce as being the best of the best. He